12 of the National Football League. And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Bucs and the Colts, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a third-year pro and 3rd overall pick from North Dakota State. He battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now, and that's Trey Lance.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards, and they started ho-humming that performance, and finally you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Now Lance. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out, an exciting second-year QB out of Liberty. Went through some growing pains as a rookie. Here's Malik Willis.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way. Prepares really well each and every time now. And he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it again with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. 2nd and 10. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
Anders Carlson on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Going to run with Madison again. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Lance looking to throw it. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Here comes Rager. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Colts at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40
Willis.
yard line.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Willis. Forced, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Willis out of the gun. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they just held them to a field goal. So to them, that was an almost complete performance. Because, you know, when you really shut someone out, that's complete. But that's pretty darn good, isn't it?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Willis. They're trying for Reagor, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. And Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They're going to have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Lance, this goes out wide from Madison. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Buccaneers, 0.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's brought down the number for a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Kamara up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Willis. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Going on 4th down, here's Willis. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Here's Jake Bailey now. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this returnable for Rager. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action with Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Willis now off of play action. This one complete to Yoshibas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Kamara is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground. Powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Bucs now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's Strong. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Shotgun now for Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Lance. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Play action. Here's Willis. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. On third down, here's Kamara. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he fields it cleanly. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A quick throw there is incomplete. And Lance now to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now Willis. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. It'll only be a gain of 1 yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Shotgun snap to Willis. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 1 yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go out to the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. The shotgun snap to Willis. That's Gallup on the slant. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one for Indianapolis resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle there by John Johnson. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Back to throw Willis. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Play fake. Here's Willis. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 1. Willis out of the gun. This one caught over the middle. It's out over the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Again, Willis to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Willis. This ball complete to Durham. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Payne Durham with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to serve it in the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. Very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Holding. Receiving team.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now a give to Madison. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Lance. And he is caught. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Here's Lance to throw it. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st down, Lance. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Madison running right. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Now Lance. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A give. This is Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Willis out of the gun. He's got room past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Approach defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Willis. This one complete to Yoshivas. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. Down to about the 37. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. A first down carry now for Miller. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Willis will look to throw it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Eluding the pressure, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Willis looking to throw it. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Malik Willis keeping it himself from 10 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right out.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Throwing now is Lance. He gets it to Addison. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. This goes out wide from Madison. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Lance now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And Lance now to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lance going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the option, here's Vaughn. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Yeah, get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. They will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.